Good morning, guys. This is Stephanie. It's Wednesday, June 15th. Yes, it is. So, it's a beautiful day in Southwest Florida. It's 90 degrees out at the moment. I was up about 8:30. But I wanted to stay in bed a little longer, but I just couldn't because last night I didn't sleep very good. I was up late last night watching a James Bond movie, and it was okay, but my mind kept floating away from the movie and scrolling through the internet. As you know, I did say that there's a possibility that I could buy my vehicle to convert into an RV, okay? So I've been doing that all week, and I also purchased a book from Amazon that talks about converting school buses, mini school buses, into RVs. It's very popular. I can't afford to buy a used RV. It's still expensive. It's cheaper to buy a transporter or a minibus and then convert that slowly over the years. Well, I'm a little bit excited, but I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm taking the proper measure to move forward with this decision. So before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to those who may be just visitors checking out my videos for the first time. If you find something that resonates with you, or if you think my topics are interesting, please consider on subscribing to my channel. It goes a lot to help sustain it, and I'll be talking to you guys very, very shortly. Yeah, so last night on the way home from work, I drove by this used vehicle dealership, and this dealership sells RVs, buses, transporters, and all that stuff. And I saw a 2005 Ford 450 Diesel. It was a 12-passenger transporter, but it's like a minibus. It's got dualies, and there was a big sign on the windshield that said low miles. It was too late for me to go back and check it out, and I was a little too tired, so I said to myself, I'll check it out tomorrow morning. Well, I just checked it out, okay? It's a white transporter. It has electronic lifts in the back for people with disabilities that are wheelchair bound. And it's got all the seats there. It's got the flooring, the panels. And you know these 450 van transporters, they have a dually tire in the back. And this is a V8 7-liter engine. And when I checked it out, someone came to me to ask me questions if I was interested, and I went inside, I looked it over. It's a 2004, it's used, it's got low miles, it's a diesel. Diesel engines last forever, and they can easily go over 1 million miles. Over 1 million miles. I didn't know it was a diesel, but I asked her if she can start it up, and she started it up. She turned on the battery power, and it started right up. It's got 84,000 miles, and it's a 2005. That's extremely, extremely low miles. I'm hoping that they didn't turn the clock back. But anyway, I mulled over it, and I discussed my interest with it, and I told them that if I were to buy it, I would make them an offer of $7,900. I think they're asking $9,900. I made an offer of $7,900. If I was to buy it, I would put $4,000 down, and they said that they take payments directly. Well, I would do directly monthly payments because my balance would not be that much. I'd have it paid off by the year end, and it'd be paid off. So anyways, after mulling over this, and after having thought about doing this for the past 2 years of the possibility of having a van life, I have no intentions of living in it full time. Okay? I have no intentions of living in it full time. I'm not a van lifer. I will use it to travel. Okay? If anything, I will live in it part time while I find someplace else to live. In a minute, I'll explain to you why that is. So, after I spoke with this woman and also the manager of the vehicle lot sales place, I told him that I would drive it to a mechanic shop to look it over, and then I would make my decision after that. And they agreed I could do that. Now, after I left there, I went to my mechanic shop, which is Midas, and I explained the situation and what I'm doing, and they totally agreed. They said, yes, you can bring it by, we'll put it on our special list for that size vehicle, and then we'll give you an assessment. I'm willing to take on some mechanical responsibilities. If it needs brakes, I'll change it and repair it. If it needs anything, I'll fix it or repair it. And the second thing I did was I need to talk with my park manager to see if there's a storage place available for it where I could keep it. Because she called me up a few months ago to tell me that there was a space available, and today, after seeing this, I might want to go back and claim that space if it's still available. This project would be a few years before it would be completed if I did it myself. However, because I do want to buy a small lot in another county, maybe I can downsize right away and sell my home and use a portion of this to have professional people convert this van into an RV. It will cost me about $30,000, but it would be done. All I have to do is put my home up for sale and look for something else to rent or to purchase that's affordable, so I can still continue to save money. Now, the question I have for myself is, this project would probably take, I don't know, probably about 4 to 6 months to complete, because this company that does these conversions, they're willing to pick up the van or the bus to convert. They would do all the electrics, they would do the plumbing, and they would do all the carpentry work and the electronics and all that stuff. So if not, then I have to learn how to do it myself and save more money. I don't think it will cost me $30,000 to do it. But as you know, I have no experience with these things. I bought a book to show me how to gut it and build it, and also the wiring. I think I can learn myself, but it's the time that's involved. I'm working two jobs, a full-time and a part-time. We'll see what happens. So if these people agree on the offer of $7,900 with monthly payments of $500 a month, then I would do it. I would do it. Because the bottom line to my goal was to travel the country in an RV, okay, a van conversion, and see the country. For some reason, these thoughts, they linger and they linger and they linger. And when I see other people doing this, so many bells go off in my head and in my heart. I am a free spirit person. There are free spirit people out there that may find this, that resonates with them. They may understand if they're in the same thought process that I am. And I don't like staying or living in the same place, and I've been living in the same place for a long time, and I haven't done much traveling. I haven't done no sightseeing of this country where we live. You know, I've lived out of my elements only a few times. When I married, I lived here in Florida back in 2001. That's when I first moved here, and I got married my second time. And the other time I was out of the States was when I joined the military and I was in boot camp. Okay? That's not living outside of your realm. That's in my realm, but it's outside of the states where I lived. I've never experienced the beauty of this country. I've never, like I said in my last video, I've never seen the Grand Canyons. I've never been to Mount Rushmore. Never seen Niagara Falls. Never seen the Hoover Dam. Never been to California. So why don't I take the chances and do it? Just do it. And if any obstacles come up in life, you cross the bridge when you get there. You don't create problems or create situations that never existed or happened. And that's what a lot of people do. They say the what ifs. But what if I get a flat tire on the road? Or what if my engine breaks down? Well, what I'm doing now with these mechanics, I'm preparing myself that everything is going to be okay, because everything was checked out at the start, at the get-go. Okay? You put people in the right place to check out your concerns related to something, and then you'll be okay. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure that I have a storage place available when I purchase this, if they agree on the deal. I've spoken to mechanics who will go over this from the rear end to the front end of the vehicle and let me know what they genuinely think. If they don't think it's a good idea, then I'm not going to do it. I've used these mechanics before when I bought used vehicles, and they've also done work to my existing vehicles, and they're reliable. What else can I say? As far as the land purchase goes, I haven't seen a lot or land increase the last 5 years in the area where I'm interested in living. Okay? And quite frankly, I have so many choices on the table that I may or may not buy the land. Right now, I'm living a very, very cheap home. Okay? I can actually stay where I am and do the work on the van myself and not sell the house. I can just learn how to do it step by step, like a lot of people have done on converting vans. I think my biggest obstacle is the wiring and the electronics that's involved to get the lighting in and the electrics for the water pump. I have some plumbing knowledge for the wastewater and all that stuff, and it's pretty much the basic and the basic wiring and the electronics that would be my obstacles, and the carpentry. I can gut this with no problem. I can take apart the interior with no problem. Basically what I'm doing is I'm gutting, taking off all the seats, all the passenger seats, gutting the floor, gutting the walls, going back and cleaning everything up, or repairing the floor if it needs to be done, and rust proofing everything and sealing the windows, checking all the seals before you begin the floor work, the replacing of the floor. You have to insulate the floor. You got to put the floating floor down. I've done that in my home myself. I have an idea how to do it. So yeah, the thing is beginning a project and then finishing it, not do anything half-ass. So that's what's happened. A lot has happened. I'm tired of toying with the idea and think about the possibilities and never taking action on them. And in the meantime, look, this idea came out about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've discussed it with my family. I've discussed it with my coworkers. When you start discussing things with people and talk about your ideas, it's almost like you're looking for approval. I don't want to look for approval. I need, for once in my life, to stick with decision and to commit to a decision and sticking by them. But be smart about going about it. Okay? That's it. So that's what's happened. There's a possibility that I'm going to purchase this this transporter. It's a 12-passenger transporter. I'm going to go back today and I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to post it in my video. And I want to see what these people are going to say. Are they going to agree on this offer I made? But anyway, I gotta go. I have a few things I want to do. Later on this evening, I have to go work my part-time job at the marina. I got to be there for 5. And you can bet there's going to be a lot on my mind. I have a lot on my mind now. And I'm still getting my tattoo done next month. I'm still getting my tattoo done next month. So I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Check out the photos of this big van I want to buy and work on. It's going to be a project. Which route I take to doing this project, I'm thinking about it. There's so many possibilities right now. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a nice day, guys.